They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted. Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
2nd down, back to Sanders. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but rumor is might have a few more for 2023. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Check pass, check pass.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Elliott on for the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick, it heads straight out of bounds. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game. After just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year, was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Another run here with Sanders. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Right there, hurt.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Running right, here's Sanders. And some room to work. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered him down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going for it with Sanders. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jack Stoll, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line. First and 10 here. If they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
A second down throw for Cousins. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of halftime. And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check that, street.
On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
18 Rebels, 79 Broncos.
Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Tackle there by Lewis Seen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Cousins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the